Happy Mail Day. I am so excited that you are getting your Seint Beauty makeup. So in this tutorial, it's a great video for you to watch to start off with makeup. I'm going to show you one of many ways to apply this makeup. So I'm going to be taking my tins of makeup, showing you how I set my compact up. I'm going to do my full face of makeup coming from this one compact. So this is compact 12. So it fits 12 regular size tins. You may have a smaller compact, you may have a larger compact than this. I'm just going to show you out of this particular one and show you just one way to apply this foundation and a couple additional products. I will be using our setting spray as my primer and my setting spray so that my makeup lasts all day long. If this is something you didn't invest in yet, you might want to keep this in mind, because using a non-silicone primer with your cream makeup is going to ensure that it goes on well and that it lasts all day long. I'm also going to be using one of our double-ended brushes. This is the 3D brush. You may have purchased a different brush. I'm just showing you one brush. And the great thing about the 3D brush is it's so user-friendly. So I'm gonna apply almost my entire face of makeup with this one brush. If you didn't order a brush yet, that's also something you may wanna consider, because these brushes are specifically made to apply and blend our cream makeup. They are the best of the best. They're so user-friendly. We have many different types of brushes based on the coverage that you need. So I'm just gonna show you one brush that we have that you can do your makeup. And I'm also gonna be using this beauty blender sponge we have called the Perfector. So this is a great tool to have when you're starting off, because it helps blend the makeup. It also helps as getting any excess cream makeup off. Basically, the only few mistakes you can make with this makeup is by applying too much. A little goes a long way. And so if you apply too much, you'll know, because your skin's gonna feel tacky or you're gonna see brush strokes. So this Perfector sponge will help dab any excess off. And that's just part of adjusting and learning in the beginning how much to put on. That's why I always say these tins should last you a long time. Really, the only tins of makeup you're replacing every 3 to 4 months is your main highlight and your accent highlight. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to point out to you that if you are needing anything to clean your brush, because cleaning and sanitizing your brushes is essential so that you're not spreading bacteria around on your face and you're keeping your brushes beautiful and soft and sparkling white, is our brush cleaner. So our brush cleaner is a dry brush cleaner that you're going to spray directly on the brush or on a paper towel. It's going to instantly clean, sanitize, and condition your brushes to make them like new. So enjoy this video. It's just one of many ways to apply your makeup, and reach out if you have any questions.
The first step I'm going to do is use a primer. This is our setting spray, and it doesn't have any silicone in it, so it's a great primer and setting spray. So you spray it directly on. If it's too intense for you, because it does come out intense on purpose, spray it on a sponge like our Perfector and dab it on. I'm going to first address my dark circles underneath my eye. So this is an optional step I'm doing before I even start my foundation. It's color correcting. So this is one of our highlights called Mango. Mango has orange in it, and orange on the color science wheel cancels out blue. I have dark blue circles underneath my eyes. I'm going to place that color corrector in my compact. It's not going to slip and slide around. And the next color I'm going to add next to that is another color corrector. So this is a contour, and the shade is called Aspen. And Aspen is great for color correction when you have friends like I do, and or rosacea, scars, and so forth. It has cooler tone, so it just cancels that out. Color correcting is completely optional, but if you're curious if you need something to color correct your dark circles and or rosacea, scars, or breakouts, reach out and we can help you and let you know if you need color correction. It just gives you an even playing field before you apply your foundation, and you end up using a lot less foundation. I'm going to be using the 3D brush. This is a great, easy brush to first start off when you're using highlight and contour. The blush and bronzer or the buff brush are also great starter brushes. When you get your makeup, I recommend that you save at least one lid to your tin. These lids are great little tools to pop your compact, your makeup out of your compact, so you can arrange it however you would like. So I have my color correctors in there. Now I'm going to add my main highlight. So I'm going to show you one way to apply your makeup. And I'm going to start off first with my main highlight, and I'm just going to use my finger and strategically place my main highlight where I need coverage. So I'm going to apply the highlight on my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with a brush. I am applying this main color where I need coverage. So for me, that is on my nose, on my chin, a little bit around my mouth and nose, and then in the middle of my forehead. You will know where you need to add your main highlight based on where you need coverage. Then I'm going to blend that out with my 3D brush, the bunny end tail of that. These brushes are specifically made to blend the makeup. And so I'm not going to use swiping motions. I'm going to use dabbing light motions because that's going to help push the cream in. It's a thin cream and we don't want to see brush strokes. So I'm just lightly blending that makeup in so it looks flawless and natural looking. Any and all of our brushes will do a fantastic job applying and or blending this makeup. I just love what this 3D brush does. So you notice I didn't put main highlight on the top of my forehead, T-zone, or underneath my eyes. And that's because I'm going to place my accent highlight there in a minute. I'm going to move on to my contour. So if you look at my face right now, it's flat looking. I have basically one color going on. So I'm going to add dimension and shadow into my face now. I'm going to make my face look a little thinner with the magic of contouring. I'm going to use my finger and show you where to apply your contour. First is your cheekbone, where your cheekbone starts to where it stops. So the brush will do all the work for me in blending that contour line up. So I'm going to switch ends of this 3D brush to that cone end and feather that contour line up on my cheekbone so I give myself a more prominent cheekbone and make my face look a little thinner. If you can see the magic of contouring, I just made myself look a little skinnier than what I am. So place that contour line, cheekbone, where it starts to where it stops. And the key is no matter what brush you're using to blend that contour line in your cheekbone, feather that line up and just keep blending. The other place that you're going to want to apply your contour is going to be along your forehead. So along your hairline, temple to temple. The nice thing is contour has coverage to it. And so I didn't apply any of my main highlight before because I was going to strategically place that contour line there. And the brush will blend that darker brown color right into the hairline so you don't even see any harsh lines. The fourth place you can add contour is along your jawbone. So this is just going to make yourself have a stronger jawline and hide any double chin action you may have going on. Take that brush and blend that contour line down your neck so that way everything is blended beautifully and you don't have any harsh lines. Blending is key. Additional places you can add contour would be to use it as a lip liner. You can contour your nose to make it look a little thinner. And then you can also use it to fill your eyebrows, which I just love the versatility of that. The buff brush will blend your contour line beautifully. If you have the blush and bronzer, pinch the smaller end. That way you have more precision with blending it in. And my favorite brush to blend my contour is my detail brush. I'm now going to move on to my accent highlight. I'm placing that in my compact. You will see my main highlight is separated from my accent highlight with the contour in the middle. That way I can keep track of both colors. So accent highlight is like concealer. It's placed where you want brightness. So I'm going to apply my accent highlight underneath my eyes. If you remember, I color corrected my dark circles. That was an optional step, but I'm using such a light color underneath my eyes that it was just too light to cover up the dark circles that I had. So be very light-handed when you apply your accent highlight underneath your eyes because you have thin skin there. You can add your accent highlight underneath your eyes, in your T-zone, and down the bridge of your nose. I also like to place it right down the middle of my chin and then right underneath my cheekbone contour line because my neck is lighter than my face. That's optional, but I like for it to all match perfectly. Either end of the brush will be great for blending in your accent highlight. Just be very light-handed when you're blending it in. When you're done with your foundation, use a tool like our perfector, get it wet, squeeze the excess water out, bounce that on your skin to pick up excess makeup and to blend the makeup. When you're done using the perfector, you want to set your makeup so it's set and ready to go the rest of the day. I recommend our setting spray. It does come out intense again, if you remember. So if it's too much for you, spray it on your perfector and then dab that setting spray on there. Finish your makeup, at least your foundation off with a good setting powder if you want a matte look, or if you have oily skin like our vanilla dust. It comes in a tin. Just make sure you use any kind of powder products after you use setting spray. And if you need a loose powder, I recommend the Coty Airspun. So this particular compact that I have set up, palette 12, has my eyeshadows, my eyeliner, and my brow filler on the bottom level of it. So those are additional items you can customize in your palette. For the sake of time, I'm not showing you how to do that today, but I'm showing you can set that up. I'm gonna move on to my blush. This is our Lip and Cheek. I highly recommend Lip and Cheek application so you can give yourself some color. So in placing my blush on my face, I'm going to smile and then place that color right in the apple of my cheeks and upward. I don't put that color next to my nose. Any of the brushes will be perfect for blending that cream blush in. If you didn't purchase blush, I highly recommend you add some color onto your face. I also already have bronzer on. I did record it and I didn't add it into this video. Bronzer is an optional step, but I really love adding bronzer because it just warms your face up no matter what season it is. So our bronzer is a cream bronzer. I've applied it before I apply my blush. You can apply bronzer before you do your blush or after. You would just apply bronzer right on top of your contour line on your cheekbone, and then where you applied your contour on your forehead, and you just blend it away beautifully because it's a cream product. So you can use that same color of blush on your lips with your finger, or you can apply it with one of our smaller double-ended brushes like the multitasker. So I love the fact that my blush and lipstick is right there in one tin. And you can see the versatility of our products. These are cream products that go on beautifully, whether it's on your cheeks or your lips, and then you have some color on your face all day long and you look nice and healthy. So I'm going to add one last final step on my face, and that's illuminator. So this is a powder illuminator. We also have cream ones. So if you have a cream one, I recommend to use your finger to apply it on the top of your cheekbone. I love the powder ones because they're a little bit more pigmented, and I'm going to use my 3D brush still to apply that powder illuminator on the top of my cheekbone just to catch some light. You can also use this illuminator as eyeshadow. You can place it on the tip of your nose. You can place it in the middle of your lips for an ombre lip effect. You can apply it also along your cheekbone. Illuminator is just a fun product to play around with and just give you a youthful glow. And then you can add additional things to your compact, whether that is our brush cleaning tile to clean your brush in between uses like I'm gonna do, or our brow wax, one of our solid perfumes that you can apply. You can really, the possibilities are endless with customizing your compact. So if your brush needs cleaning, which you'll want to clean these at least once a week, I love our brush cleaner. It instantly cleans your brush, sanitizes it, and conditions it in less than 30 seconds, and it's ready to go. So that's just one way to apply your makeup. Be patient with yourself when you're first starting off using your Seint Makeup. I promise it will get better, but just remember, less is more when applying. This is buildable makeup, so you can always add more if you're applying too much or too little. And then make sure you're using one of our good brushes and our setting spray so your makeup goes on beautifully and lasts all day long.